Hello everyone, I am Gaurav and welcome to my food channel Relish with GD. Friends, today we are going to make the perfect weekend getaway. We are going to make a mutton preparation which is rich in culture, history, ingredients and of course flavor. We are going to make a delightful mutton korma. History speaks about this origin from Persia and then its adaptations into the Indian subcontinent. Even in the Indian subcontinent, this dish has been prevalent since the 17th century. So let's get making this lovely mutton korma. But before we do that, I have a small question for you. Have you subscribed to my channel? If not, please click on the subscribe button and the bell icon for lovely updates. Let's get going. So friends, as we've seen the ingredients list, let's get the most important part of the korma preparation underway, which is the marination. For this, I have taken mutton on bone. Of course, we will start with seasoning. We will use some salt, some ginger garlic paste, turmeric powder, and a good amount of Kashmiri red chilli powder. This is not spicy, it will just impart good flavor and color, so you can be liberal with it. If you're using a slightly spicy red chilli powder, then you might want to reduce the quantity of that. Now this is a very important ingredient. This is coriander powder. Mutton and coriander powder go very well with each other. They are very compatible. You can use a good amount of that. This is again very integral to the korma. Yogurt or dahi, curd, 200 ml of that. Some garam masala powder and 2 green chillies. Now let's get mixing. Marinate it well. Now for those of you who have been following my videos, I have a question for you, and you know the answer to that. The question is, we are preparing a non-veg dish today. Have you brined your meat? If the answer is yes, that is the way to go. If it is not, I strongly suggest that you start brining the meat. When you brine meat in the presence of salt, water and a little bit of vinegar, the meat becomes nice and tender. For chicken, you could brine the meat for a minimum of about 30 to 35 minutes. For mutton, because it's a little tougher to cook, you could do that for about hour and a half. And it will always give you great results. So I strongly suggest that you do that. So our meat is nicely marinated. We are going to keep it for about 25 to 30 minutes so that it gets all the juices in and all the spices. So we're just going to keep this on the side for now. While we do that and while we wait, this is the fried onions that we have. We're going to coarsely blend them. We're not going to use water, we're just going to coarsely blend them so that they get that nice texture and color. What we're also going to do is, we have about 6 to 7 cashews which have been soaked in water for about half an hour. And we are also going to blend this into a smooth paste. So, alright, so our meat is well marinated now. Let's start cooking the korma. I've taken a nice big pot over here. One of the most important ingredients of making a nice korma is good amount of ghee, clarified butter. Be a little generous on this. As I said, this is a perfect weekend recipe. Do not feel guilty about it. Also going to use a small touch of oil so that the ghee doesn't burn. Okay, in with our whole spices. Okay, I'm just going to add some more Kashmiri red chili powder to this so we get a nice color. And now in goes our marinated meat. Mix it in well. So, you know, in a sense, a good korma has to have good amount of ghee, curd, blended nuts. A lot of people use almonds instead of cashew nuts, and you can use that as well. I prefer using cashew nuts, and browned onion, and you've got the perfect korma. Also, meat has a lot of its own liquid that it will start releasing into this mixture now, so we don't need to add water at all. Little probably later. So as you can see, the mutton is being seared and it's already started to release a lot of its own juices into the ghee that we've taken. We are simply going to now cover this, keep the flame on low and cook it for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then we will get along with our next addition. So yes, there we go. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes now since we've covered the mutton. Let's see what's in store for us. So as you can see, the mutton has released a lot of its own juices into our mixture. Friends, we haven't added a single drop of water into this, and you can still see the result. We're going to have to cook it for a little more time. You can also see the oil and the ghee that is now coming up to the surface, which is a good indication for us as well. So now what we're going to do is we are going to add our coarsely ground onion paste into this, so it will get its lovely color. Give that a nice mix. Nicely come together. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are again going to cover it and cook for some more time, but this time we are not going to give it direct heat. So we are going to keep a tawa, and on top of the tawa we will keep our vessel. So I'm just going to move this to the side, and here goes. I feel I need a little bit of water into this, so that's it. About 1/4 glass. Mix it well. Let's cover and cook this for another 10 minutes. Okay, so let's open again. Mutton is cooked very well. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to add some water to this. Half a glass. And now we will be putting in our cashew nut paste, which will give it the desired thickness. Looks lovely. I'm going to add in a nice pinch of garam masala powder, and I'm going to add in about 4 to 5 drops of Kewra essence. It gives lovely aroma and fragrance and flavor to the dish. Okay, so we are just going to, as a final step, we are just going to cover this for about 3 to 4 minutes more, and then we are ready to plate and enjoy. So friends, our delicious mutton korma is ready. It pairs very well with parathas, naans, rotis, even a nice pulao. Do try it out for sure and let me know in the comment box if you like it. Please keep watching for more exciting recipes, and yes, do not forget to like and share this recipe with your friends and close ones. Thank you so much once again.